Welcome to the Edge of NFT podcast with your hosts, Jeff Kelly, Ethan Janney, and Josh Krieger. We aim to bring you not only the top 1% of what's going on with NFTs today, but what will stand the test of time. We explore the nuts and bolts and the business side, but also the human element of how NFTs are changing the way we interact with the things that we love. This podcast is for the futurists and dreamers, the disruptors and creators, the fans and connectors, and the makers and doers that are pumped about this ecosystem and driving where it goes next. Word is, we got some hot topics in the boat here, or a special hot topic. What's the scoop?
Yes, sir. And we're bringing on a special guest for this one, which we can chat with. So Spotty Wi-Fi is our special guest today, as Jesse mentioned a few times. He's always on the move, deepening the fabric of Web3 and NFTs with his work. He has a set of hot topics to discuss, and we have him here, as I mentioned, live on the show to do so. We had a great chat with him beforehand. Spotty, unmute yourself and say hi. Welcome.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm enjoying the conversation, and my pleasure to be joining you all.
Yeah, dude, so good to see you, man. I think, last time we were together was live and in person at NFTLA a few months ago, where you rocked the stage and hung out. Definitely one of the more talked about moments of the event. We really appreciate having you on, dude. You got a lot cooking, bro. What's shaking here with this NFT collection? We got the full set NFT collection coming up. What's the scoop?
Yeah, man. Well, first off, thank you guys. I had a blast at NFTLA. That was a beautiful production, stage and everything. It was awesome. And yes, since then I've been busy working on this new album. The latest single is called Full Set. The original version of the song is produced by Illa the producer, multi-platinum, Grammy-nominated producer, and now he's the head of community and partnerships for the Bored Ape Yacht Club, which is a wild turn of events, because the song is really about having a full set of boards and how that is the digital flex of the moment. So it's pretty awesome how that all worked out. We just recent remix of the song, which is the 8-bit edition, a couple days ago. That features Champ Medici and West Side West from Death Row Records, and that's going to be the new NFT collection that I'm dropping in these next couple weeks. Is 27 different versions of the song. It's a blind mint. You don't know which version you're getting, but you do know that whatever version you get, you're going to have a copyright license to use the instrumental and to use my vocals. So, and the original version is produced by Illa the producer. So, if you're an artist out there, you could have an instrumental from a multi-platinum Grammy nominee.
Cool.
How about, oh, go ahead, Ethan.
I was just going to say, can you explain to the listener who's not familiar what an 8-bit version would be like? What makes it 8-bit? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, thank you. That's a great question. So basically, we take the original version of the song produced by Illa, and we replace all the instruments with Nintendo sounds, basically.
Exactly.
So it's all the same note, all the same chords. So it'll feel very familiar with you if you hear one version versus if you hear another version. But it's just a different vibe, And then on this particular collection, we did feature some different guest artists, some different rappers on the different remixes of the song, which is a first as we've been doing this.
Spotty, can you play us a little of it?
I can definitely. Yeah, we can play some. I just don't have the means to play it right now to stream it live. But it did just drop. If you search me on any of the streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, YouTube, it's also my pinned tweet right now.
But which version are we going to hear? Because there's 27 different versions.
Great. So only 3 of the versions are available on all streaming platforms.
Okay.
The 24 versions are basically hybrids. Elements and instruments from the original 3 versions and mix and mash them up.
So if I get one, can I add it to your stream on the other? Can I put it out there with the other 3?
You can. If you have on your own you don't have access to my Spotify account and my Apple Music account, but yeah, you could take a song of mine. If you own the NFT, put it on your own Spotify artist profile. You could even remix it. If you hop in my Discord, you verify you have the token, and I'll send you the corresponding stem so that you can do whatever you want with it. You can put in your film. You guys could use it in the Edge of NFT podcast. It's a really it's a great copyright license to me, where we're innovating and giving the holder a utility, and I still own my masters. I still own my publishing. So Jesse, if you use one of my songs in your next, smash blockbuster, and then when that airs on broadcast or something like that, I still have a performance royalty, so that's really something that I'm proud of in terms of how we try to structure my drops to create.
But Spotty, there's so much I'm proud of about this, man. Like you pushed the boundaries before. Now you're just pushing the boundaries in every single direction known to man. I mean, this is exactly what we were talking about on today's show with these guys. And like, this is so cool. I mean, we went through the process of getting permission for the song that we're using. And like, this makes it so much easier for people to sort of, co-own and co-create with you. And you're doing all these great collabs. What do you think your father, Jesse, would think about all this?
Well, I don't think he would. This wouldn't be up his alley, probably. I don't think he knows. I don't think he would think about publishing, anyways. He doesn't think of it that way. But it's interesting, Spotty. Did you write 27 different different versions of the song lyrically?
No. Generally, when we've done this type of drop before, the vocals have been the same on all of the different versions, and it's the music that's changing.
Okay.
For this particular drop, I teamed up with 4 others, so that we have one art, and they're all represented by Bored Apes. Some are my Bored Apes, some are their Bored Apes. But one of them, Goldrilla, he's featured on out of the 3 main versions, and then I've got the Death Row guys, Champ Medici and West Side West, on the 8-bit version, and then another one of my apes, Sergeant Simi, is on the dance hall version. So
you only collaborate with Bored Apes?
No, that's just how this song is really just very Bored Ape themed. I performed at the Ape Fest in New York City a few weeks back. So it's just been ape season really for the last few months. But my whole new album has a lot of different types of collabs. The first single was All Time High featuring Bun B, the legendary rapper out of Houston. We've teased that we have a song on Jones that's going to be on the album, Jim Jones from the Dipset, and a lot of other main artists, but still wanted to pay homage to my Web3 roots and the.
So did you collaborate in the same room, or did you send them the song and they sent it back to you? Like, how did it work?
It depends on the specific collab. Some collabs have been in the same room. Bun B was totally remote. We were emailing back and forth. Same with Jim Jones. So it's interesting because a lot of times, like those 2 guys, I met them for the first, minutes before we formed together. That's always, it's fun, but it's cool. It's cool that I've had that experience, because a lot of times people collaborating and then they might never meet that artist. I've been fortunate because those guys are really interested in Web3. And actually, by the way, shout out NFT LA, Jim Jones at NFT LA. We had a panel together. After the panel, I told him, "Hey man, I have a song for you," and we exchanged numbers, and that was the catalyst, the spark that led to that collab.
That's dope, man. And
for the listener and maybe the person who's just looking at the little small screens, I'm spotlighting Spotty Wi-Fi's video here. He is wearing an NFT LA shirt right now, and he did claim before the episode started that, I didn't realize it, it's just a very comfortable shirt. So whether you want to represent or you just want a comfortable shirt, look out for NFT LA swag.
Man, I can't wait to figure out what we can cook up next year, Spotty. This is getting the juices flowing, but so we talked about the album and some of the other stuff you're doing. You also have a comic book coming out. Is that correct?
Yeah, we don't have a date for that, but I'm putting the finishing touches on it now. I'll call it 85 or 90% done right now. And really, the comic book is telling the story visually and through text of Spotty crossing over from the metaverse into the real world. You know, my first album in August of last year, which kind of, you know, put me on the map in terms of having a successful music NFT project. That was a concept album where I'm telling Spotty's story from the metaverse. Like, it's literally Spotty talking about living in the metaverse, you know. And then the comic book and now album is the album musically a reflection of what, you know, real life, of course, but also the comic book telling that story of, like, you have a metaverse personality somehow crossed over into the real world, and with story in the comic book, using music, using some incredible artists. I'm super excited once we can start, you know, sharing some of the different collaborators that we have on it. But it's going to be really cool, man. And I pride myself on the comic book front. You know, I wrote the theme song for the Punks comic, you know, from Pixel Vault, which is, they got most at least lucrative, you know, comic book publishers in the NFT world so far. And I've done other stuff. I have, you know, my has been in some of their comic books and things like that. So.
Did you do the art in the comic book yourself, or did you collaborate with an artist?
No, we collaborated with, we're going to announce the artist really soon, because we have one.
Okay.
Yeah, we have one main artist who did the primary cover and all of the interior pages. And then we have a handful of other artists.
Yeah, by the way, I'm just noticing the irony here. I think I'm not the only one good that's noticing this. Spotty Wi-Fi is coming through full force with Spotty Wi-Fi. You know, before
Spotty, you have Spotty Wi-Fi.
Actually has Spotty Wi-Fi. And before we got launched, it was coming through just fine.
No,
I think
but
it
might be an inside, you know, it's like a kind of performance art kind of thing.
Exactly.
It's Spotty Wi-Fi with Spotty Wi-Fi.
That's exactly what it is.
It's not that well thought out, I assure you.
Normally you have great Wi-Fi, and then when you go on anybody's podcast, you have terrible Wi-Fi. Is that right?
That's how it works out a lot of the time.
Yeah,
that's the move.
I'm sorry. You definitely have to start saying it's intentional.
Yeah.
You have to tell them it's like a Zoom filter that only you have or something.
Yeah, it's very proprietary tech that we're testing out in Spotty Labs.
Yeah, incredible.
Spotty Labs, I love it.
Anything else you want to shout out before we roll out on your segment, Spotty?
The only thing I was going to shout out is the new drop full set is coming this month. It will be a free if you own one of my drops from last year, either the I'm Spotty collection or the all-time high collection. So yeah, now's a great time to check me out, and stay tuned for more announcements coming soon.
Awesome. And where can people go? Yeah, go ahead.
I'd love to catch up with you afterwards, Spotty. It sounds like you're doing some cool stuff. Maybe we could do something together.
Yeah, awesome. I would love that. I would love that. Thank you. Love what you guys are doing as well.
Yeah. We'll drag you over to Solana.
Hey, let's talk about it. I've been looking into it. I had some conversations with Magic Eden, but I like what you're doing, man. Sorry, I shouldn't.
We'll hook up with the D gods or something.
Yeah, we'll see. But for now, everybody at home, they can check me out at SpottyWiFi.io. I'm Spotty Wi-Fi on all the social handles and everything like that. SPOTTIEWIFI.
That's what's
and we
up.
did indeed get the full spelling of that within the Wi-Fi parameters. So that was perfect.
Nice.
Thanks.
After I pick up one of Spotty's, you know, NFTs, I'm going to be Spotty Wi-Fi, but not with the IE. It's going to be with the Y.
Nice.
I like it.
Plan of action. There it is. Yeah. Nice, dude.
And guys, I think we might have like a new co-host for Edge of NFT. Jesse is super inquisitive. Like he's got lots of great questions. So we have to have him back.
There's collab potential there, 100%. We just had to shake off the cobwebs from NFTLA, and this is the reminder that there's more to come here for sure. Yeah. And that's how it happens, right? Getting the community together, talking shop, being creative. NFTLA was a manifestation of that. This is not the first show that has resulted in a collab, and it won't be the last. And that's the beauty of the space. It's just so awesome to have all you guys on the show today.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
thank you for
Spotty.
having us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Spotty, thanks for joining us, brother. We appreciate it, man. We'll be in touch soon about NFTLA 2023. Lots of good things forming right now. And so glad you had a good time this past year.
My pleasure. Thank you, guys.
Talk soon. Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.
So
All right.
Ethan, I think we got some fan love to give out. What do you say?
Yeah, we're getting back into the swing of that. Yeah, so we're just a little segment where we kind of reach out to someone in the community we see and engaging, interacting, doing some really cool stuff. Oh, today's shout out is to Jason Ludman of Dot Connector. Jason is the founder of Dot Connector NFT. It's a collective that is pioneering art, music, nightlife, and Web3 culture in the beautiful NYC area. Dot Connector is bringing underground culture with mainstream entertainment through innovative and interactive IRL gatherings, galleries, and functions. We see a lot of activity on the socials there from Jason, and we want to say thanks for always showing Edge of NFT love in real life and on the socials, as well as being an ally during this time of community building. So if you want to find out more, you can check him out at Dot Connector on Instagram and Twitter. And I'm sure you won't be disappointed if you dive a little bit deeper into that rabbit hole.
Thanks, Jason.
Yeah, big love for Jason. Always appreciate the support, y'all. Okay, well, before we let our listeners go on this amazing episode, what we wanted to do is make sure, Jesse and Walter, that these listeners know where to follow you, follow all the projects you're working on, of course, Snow Crash and everything. Where should we direct them?
Snowcrash.com, you know?
It's just Walter and Jesse at snowcrash.com.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
In the Web3 ethos, fully transparent.
Got it. How about anything on socials? You guys active on socials?
Twitter, Snow Crash NFT, at Twitter.
Okay. There it is, y'all. Go check it out. Exciting stuff. Follow them. And also, real quick, we are going to be doing a giveaway for Birds of Solace. So keep an eye out on our socials for that. We'll get you all the details, and we'll run a fun little contest so you can win a Birds of Solace NFT. Very exciting as well, and very generous of you guys. We appreciate that.
The views and opinions expressed on the Edge of NFT podcast reflect solely those views and opinions of the show creators and its guests. We're learning as we go, just like you. Please make sure to do your own research. Our podcast is not financial advice. There are multiple strategies, and not all strategies fit all people. You understand that you are using any and all information available on or through this podcast at your own risk.